These sales are just so ridiculous anyway. I don't even know if you care about what I sold, but I'm gonna tell you what I sold anyway. I'm not saying that I'm disappointed in my sales. There's nothing fabulous about my sales, but I don't want to say that either, because then you look, I feel like I'm unappreciative, but I'm very appreciative of the sales that I did make, because it keeps me doing what I'm doing. Sell mediocre items for a mediocre amount of money. The last time I left you, I had told you about this Gabba Plush item I sold. I sold it on Mercari, $62. A few days after the sale was completed on Mercari, the buyer has 3 days to rate the seller on the transaction, or Mercari automatically rates it. Well, I was rated, I was paid out my money. Then I received the message from the buyer that explained to me that when they opened up the item, they tried to put batteries in it and the battery back was missing. They asked me if I had it, and if I did or if I didn't, that they were just kind of surprised that I didn't include that in the description. I didn't really know how to proceed on this. On eBay, I mean, I have like a free returns policy on eBay, so I just had them return it, I guess. And Mercari, all sales are final. It tells you when you're rating the seller that, are you sure, because it's no refunds, no takebacks. Well, I messaged him back and told him that I didn't have any of the pieces to it, and that I didn't disclose it because I never took apart the item to make sure that it was new, because it was brand new sealed. That was yesterday that I responded to him. I haven't heard back from him. I honestly, I feel bad, but I don't really know. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do from here. If they respond to me again, I guess I'm going to tell them to contact Mercari and then see what happens. I'll keep you updated if you're interested in that. But now let's just get into some of my sales from last week. The first item I sold was this lot of 24 Connect 4 Super Mario Brothers Connect 4 checkers. Try to say that super fast. It's very hard. I bought Connect 4 Super Mario Brothers from Goodwill. I paid $1.49 for it. When I opened it up to get it prepped to sell, I realized that it was missing pieces, so I ended up taking all the Connect 4 pieces, splitting them up, and I made one lot of 24 and sold them as checker pieces. And I ended up selling this lot of 24 for $9.99 plus shipping. All right, next up is this VHS Barney Tape. VHS Barney Tapes still sell pretty well. Well, I mean, I say that because this sold super quick for a pretty decent amount. I paid $2 for it at Goodwill. It sold for $19.99 plus shipping, and it sold in about 2 weeks. So it's the first time I've ever sold Barney. And I'm telling you, like, it sells all the time. If I find it again, hopefully I'll sell it again, and then I can be like, oh, this sells all the time super fast for me. But this instance, it was the first time I found it, the first time I listed it, the first time I sold it, and it sold super fast. I just got a little bit ahead of myself. I went on highbid.com and bought an ephemera lot. Inside that ephemera lot was this item here. I have no idea what it is. It's a standard cook on the outside, Freemasonry on the inside. It's from 1902, not 100% sure what it is. When I was looking up at the auction on HiBid, I noticed this. I searched it on eBay, saw that there was one sold, there's a couple listed, so I decided I would go ahead and buy this thing. It ended up selling for $33.99 plus shipping. I just put that one in there because I have very little into it, and it sold for a pretty good amount. I wish I could tell you what it is, but I don't know. Maybe by me telling you what I have here, someone out here is watching this and knows what it is, and they can tell me down in the comments what it is, because I have no clue. After I took pictures of it, I was so scared about messing it up. I put it into a bag, and I never looked through it. In my last haul video, I talked about this Top Flight straw golf hat. I found this at a church sale. I paid 50 cents for it, and it ended up selling in a few days. I sent out an offer for $40 plus shipping. The buyer, they initially messaged me on eBay, asked me if I would take 30. I think I was asking $49.99 for it, and I told them I'd meet them in the middle for $40 just to get a good sale. It was a pretty slow week last week, so I decided if I had someone wanted to jump on this, I have very little into it, that I would be very happy with a $40 sale. They accepted it, and I shipped it out, and no issues so far. Alright, I just talked about parting out a game. Here's another game I parted out. It's from Monopoly Revolutions. I have no idea what Revolutions Monopoly is, but I found it at Goodwill. I paid $1.99 for it. When I came home and was taking it out to look through it, make sure all the pieces were there, I realized that it was from a public library. So the library had wrote on everything the name of the library, and realized that I did not want to sit and scrub all the cards and everything of the library's name off of everything. So I ended up just deciding to take out what I felt was worth the most and partying it out. And I ended up taking the credit card machine with the credit cards, using a dry erase marker, covering over it, and then wiping it all off. I got most of it off, but I disclosed that in the listing. Ended up selling this for $12.74, and this actually sold through the global shipping program. So all I had to do was to ship it to Kentucky, and then eBay took it from there and they sent it off to its international destination, which was, I thought, pretty interesting. I've had this Louisville Sluggers catcher's chest protector in my inventory for over a year. I found it last year at Goodwill. I paid $2.99 for it, and it just sat. It wasn't selling, and it finally sold this last weekend for $19.99. I'm assuming that it was because of the pandemic, that it just there wasn't much Little League going on last year, and this year I think it's ramping up. Last week my Goodwill ran a mystery sale. It was a private sale, not a private sale either. It was an email list sale. I don't know how your Goodwills work, but we sign up with a rewards card through our email, and they'll send you emails. And every once in a while they'll have a sale. So last Tuesday there was a 40% off sale. I ended up hitting up a couple Goodwills that I usually don't go to, but I figured with the sale I could probably find some items that I could sell for profit. And at one that I usually don't go to, I ended up finding the Sony VCR DVD combo unit. I paid with the 40% off. I ended up paying $6.60 for it, and it sold in 3 days for $79.99 free shipping. I ended up sending this UPS, and it cost $12.39 to ship this. I've learned that most of the time when you have bigger, heavier items, this isn't like super heavy, but if it's an item like this and I'm gonna do free shipping, I always select UPS. This pair of Echo golf shoes, I found them at the bins. At my Goodwill outlet, they charge $1.29 per pound. The day that I went and found these shoes, it was all shoes I bought that day. Ended up having an average buy cost of everything from that day for $2.50. So I have $2.50 into these, and they ended up selling on Mercari for $32 plus shipping. It's a pair of Vans checkerboard slip-on shoes. I found them at the bins, that same haul that I just had the Echo shoes on. I paid $2.50 for them, but they were completely filthy. They were so gross, but finding them at the bins, I felt like I saw soul comps for used ones for around $30, $40 for them. So I felt like if I could clean these up and they would be in really good shape, I could get $30 or $40 out of these shoes. I ended up soaking them in OxyClean for 12 hours, and they didn't get super clean. I don't know how well you can see from this picture. They're still pretty dirty, and I ended up selling them on Facebook Marketplace for $25 free shipping. I was gonna have to put some work into them to try to get them to sell, and I'm not sure if I would do that again, even if I found them at the bins, because they were just completely nasty, and I didn't feel comfortable listing them higher. All right, I've sold this before, but it was a complete set. It's Big Buck Rifle plug-and-play game. I found this at Goodwill. I paid $2.49 just for this orange rifle. If you find the complete set, you can sell it upwards between $40 and $60. I only had the one rifle, and they come with a sensor bar, so it kind of declined the value of it, but I ended up still selling this on Facebook Marketplace for $20 plus shipping. I ended up selling the Lincoln logs that I found at the church sale. I paid $5 for the set. It says it was 100 pieces, but I ended up counting them out. I ended up only having 99 of the pieces. I ended up listing them, and they sold in like about a week and a half on Facebook Marketplace for $29 plus shipping. I was talking to you before when I showed them in a video that I was gonna probably sell them with the tin. I ended up not selling them with the tin. It was gonna take more time to try to box up the tin and pad the tin. It was gonna make it heavy. Shipping was gonna be ridiculous. And my lone Poshmark sale was this pair of SAS shoes. It's a San Antonio shoe company. I think it's a pretty good brand. I ended up finding this pair of shoes at the Goodwill bins. They weren't in super great shape. I cleaned them up a little bit. Ended up selling on Poshmark for $20 plus the buyer paying shipping. And after fees, I'm gonna make $16. The thing is I sold these last Wednesday. Did not realize that I sold them until I got an alert on Sunday afternoon to make sure I shipped these soon because a buyer was waiting. So I didn't get these shipped off till Monday. 5 days later, I feel completely horrible. I don't even know what to do on Poshmark for that. I kind of put a message on the item that I was super sorry that it took so long. I didn't realize I sold them, which is kind of I feel like a jerk move anyway. I've been selling more stuff on eBay and Facebook, and then I haven't been posting or sharing. I haven't been posting a lot on on Poshmark, and I haven't been sharing my closet very much on Poshmark. Everything I sell that I have cross-listed, it hasn't been on Poshmark to take down off of Poshmark. So I've just kind of neglected Poshmark over the last week. I'm a little nervous about what kind of rating am I going to get. I'm probably going to get a low rating. If I would expect, I would probably get a 1 or a 2. I know I would probably give myself a 1 or a 2. One of the biggest things that I do in my reselling business is just make sure that I'm shipping things off. I have 2-day handling on eBay. A lot of the times, if it's kind of a slow week, if I'm not really doing anything, I will ship every day. But I usually ship Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm super particular on making sure that I check all my listings on my sites, and I take stuff down so I don't make errors for myself like this. So whatever kind of rating I get, I totally deserve. And if you want to know what kind of rating I get, I'll share it in a future video. I really appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed it, if you hit the thumbs up, if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I'm still not recording. It just keeps shutting off on me. I'm not. All right, I sold this pair. Took $1.49 and turned it into $10. You try to do that, but you probably can. You probably turn a lot more into a lot more. But anyway, this is me talking crap. I just told you I found it at Goodwill, so why would I tell you that again? If you would like to subscribe to the channel, just hit this little button right here.